Good afternoon and welcome to Ballparks of America here in Branson, Missouri, the site of the 2023 Cal Ripken Major 70 World Series from St. Louis Stadium. It's international Pool E play as Taiwan takes on Australia. Glad to have you aboard wherever you may be. Mike Rideout along with Jim Rivers, James Crenshaw, our producer, our entire stadium crew. Let's give you the starting lineups for our visitors from Taiwan. The shortstop, number 1, Xian Rui, will lead things off. Batting second, the second baseman, number 13, Sing Sin. There's the rest of the lineup. Ho Sheng, Kai Li, Kon Yon Jin, Zheng Yichao, Yin, and the rest of the starting lineup as we are underway with the shortstop leading things off, and Jim Rivers, my broadcast partner, with the defense.
Well, we take you out to the left field first for Dino Klein. Center field is Johan Thompson. Right field today, Ismail Nahas. And at third base, it's Austin Turner. Your shortstop is Tice Hill. Playing second base today, Fletcher Masson. At first base, it's Liam Gardner. The catcher is Patty Mac Cassidy. And on the mound, it is Cale McIntyre for the Drop Bears from Australia, down under.
All right, thank you very much, Jim. 60 miles an hour with that next pitch. It's in there for a strike.
And again, we mentioned it earlier today. This is on paper, a huge mismatch. That's why they play the game on the field. But Taiwan has only allowed one hit in their 2 games. They have not allowed a run. Australia has not scored a run and has only one hit in their 2 games, losing to Korea 10-0 and Mexico 8-0. Taiwan defeated Mexico 5-0 and San Nicolas 8-0.
Wind is currently blowing out here at the ballpark. Other than that, it is a beautiful day as there's ball 4. The current temperature here in Branson, Missouri, 84 degrees, but those wind gusts are up to about 20 miles per hour.
Taiwan still has a game to go with their final game against Korea on the Chicago field at 7 tomorrow night. Australia will be here on this field with us against San Nicolas, Puerto Rico.
Sing Sen, the second baseman, steps in. Will play 6 innings in today's game. Maybe. Scheduled for 6. We'll see. David Goliath. Hey, it's possible. You're saying there's a chance? Yes, there's always a chance. Throw to second, not in time. Stolen base for Xiang Rui. He takes a quick lead off of second base. McIntyre ahead in the count. He'll throw to second, not in time. You can probably hear the wind in our mics. It's really gusting, and we're seeing a lot of it blowing in today too.
I'm actually standing out here drinking a hot coffee, if you can believe that.
That's pretty wild.
Compared to 2 days ago?
Yes. You would not have been caught drinking coffee on Friday, that's for sure. That one is over the head of the catcher, so the runner will go to third base. Just underway, top of the first. Taiwan, the visiting team. 1-1 pitch. It's fouled out of play for strike 2. Pool play wrapping up tomorrow. Today and tomorrow. We started on Friday. Bracket play begins on Wednesday. And the championship game coming up, the World Championship. We'll also have the International Championship, the U.S. Championship, followed by the World Championship Saturday. We can finally see the light of day now that we begin the first day of the week. Two to Sing Sin with a drive to left field, but this will be caught. It is deep enough to get the run home, and Taiwan scores the first run of the game. One out for Chin Po Sheng.
Yeah, Chang Po Sheng was one of the top seeds in the home run derby, but got beaten. in the early rounds of that, I believe.
And he lifts this one into left field for a base hit. One out, one on, one run in for the cleanup hitter, Sheehan Kylie. We got a chance to see this Taiwan team. They beat Puerto Rico 5-0. Kylie had an RBI single in that game. And if I remember, made a fine defensive play at third base in that game. We had probably the best defensive play we've had in the series so far. A diving catch in left field. Left fielder gets up and throws back to first to double up a runner. And it, I believe, was submitted to ESPN for one of their top 10 plays.
It really should be given strong consideration. It was an amazing catch.
1-0 pitch, up and in.
Not enough room behind home plate for Beauchamp to even consider going down. Patty Mac Cassidy, the catcher.
Our third of 5 games today. Still 4:30 and 7 p.m. start time scheduled. There goes the runner to second. That's a ball inside for ball 3, 3-0.
Yeah, the international bracket's pretty well, not bracket, but the teams coming out are pretty well set. It'll be Korea, Taiwan, and Mexico out of E, and probably Japan, Puerto Rico, 2 teams from Puerto Rico out of the F.
Inside, ball 4. First and second with 1 out for Konyon Jin.
A couple of teams knocked from the ranks of the undefeated this morning, with Florida losing and Black Hills, Washington losing their first game as well, losing to Windsor, California in a West Coast matchup.
An important inning here for this Australian team.
Well, 1 hit, they haven't scored a run. They can't fall far behind too much here.
Wild pitch, that will get both runners up a base. Taiwan with runners at second and third.
This Australian team, based out of Sydney, call themselves the Drop Bears. They've got the kangaroo, balloon-sized kangaroo over there in their dugout. A drop bear is like a koala bear that will drop out of a tree onto you. And if you don't have a little Vegemite behind your ear, they might bite you.
Really?
They're called drop bears.
Okay. Hadn't heard that before. Learn something new every day. Wonder if they have any drop bears over in the zoo over here off to our right.
Probably not. Probably not safe for them. I only learned that because there were some Australian teams at the softball World Series that I attended.
Okay.
So they straightened me out. But you got to have some Vegemite behind your ear.
3-0 pitch. Foul back. Had the green light on a 3-0 pitch.
I wonder if our Australian coach survived those 14 scoops of ice cream.
That was pretty impressive if he finished that thing off. Next pitch, inside corner, called strike. You may have to help me with the pronunciations here for the manager and coaches for Taiwan.
You can do that.
Three and 2, 1 out, 1 run in. Both runners in scoring position. McIntyre has already thrown 19 pitches. Bounces to second. Hobbled, but the throw to first close play. Maybe that little bobble
Yep.
at second was enough to get the runner there. Here's another look. He just had trouble getting it out of his glove.
Plus, it was a high bouncer to begin with. All right, the manager of Taiwan is Yen Tian. The coaching staff is Sang Weinan and Lei Chunyao and Pan Chianchi. That's your staff.
All right, thank you, Jim. By the way, both runners scored on a ground ball to second.
Yeah. Like I said, it was a high chopper.
So Taiwan leads it 3-0. Seng Chow at the plate, starting pitcher today. Fouls it back for strike one. Taiwan with 3 runs on a hit, an error, and a walk. 2 walks. Didn't you say you normally don't drink coffee?
I normally don't drink a lot
I've
of
seen
coffee.
you with coffee a couple of times already.
Once in the
tournament.
morning, and
The only time I drink coffee is the morning. I do it to wake me up and I'm good to go. But I haven't been drinking coffee since I've been here. There goes the runner to second. Pitch is outside. The throw is not in time. Wide of the bag. So 1 out. Runner now at second. 3 runs already across the plate. Up high for a ball. Count 2-1. Two-one pitch. It's a wild pitch. That will get the runner to third. Already 3 runs have come across the plate here in the top of the first inning. They need an out. Singy Chow, that's 6th in the lineup. There's a strike called. Full count. Again, the mercy rule, 15 runs after 3, 10 runs after 4. Big pitch, he struck him out. McIntyre gets his first strikeout, second out of the inning.
Number 11, Pang Yen.
Pang Yen now steps in. He's starting in the catcher position for Taiwan. The 2-out pitch. Low for a ball. "27 pitches here in the first inning for McIntyre. You can throw up to 40 pitches without any day's rest. If you throw 41, you need 1 day of rest. If you throw over 65, you need 2 days of rest. This one hit past the first baseman into right field. And another run will score to make it 4-0. That play again. Just went right past the first baseman. He was anticipating a bounce, just couldn't get to it.
Number 14, Joe Jin-an.
Here's the 8th batter of the inning, Chao Shinan. 2 outs, runner at first.
Ideally, Taiwan would like to make this a 3-inning game if they can. Get 15, save their pitching, and get ready for their next game. It's a big one against Korea. And Korea is currently 2-0 right along with them. So that game probably will be for the #1 seed in their grouping.
Yeah, and tomorrow could be a really big day. There may still be some teams that are trying to get into bracket play.
And if you finish #2 in this bracket, you could play Japan in the first round.
Ouch.
#2 plays #1.
Runner goes to second, pitches low for a ball.
So it's important to try and finish first, and then you probably would play one of the Puerto Rican teams.
There's some parity. One-two delivery. It's high for ball 2. 2-2. Xiao Shinan, the starting first baseman. Take that one just off the plate, and the count is now full. 2 walks in the inning. Also been a couple of errors, a hit.
Young men from the city of Ilan in Taiwan.
Swing and a miss, big strikeout for McIntyre. 2 in the inning, but Taiwan does score 4 runs. They sent 8 batters to the plate. We head to the bottom of the first. It's Taiwan 4, Australia coming to the plate.
Hey, it's me. Your vacation. We need to have a talk. Well, actually, an intervention. A hike in the desert. Really? This isn't a vacation. It's a nightmare. I need excitement, fire, spectacle. I need to be wine dined and ziplined. I need 18 holes in the morning and a show at night. You keep saying you need a vacation, but I have needs too, you know. And I need Branson.
The batters stood in wonder there on that fateful day, gazing at the legend-making tools that were displayed. Practice swings, they're taking more than their fair share. Human skin bound to alloy, slicing through the air. They've had their ups and downs, their Ks and their home runs. Scars across the barrel tell tales of jobs well done. Now as he steps to the plate, there's a fire in his eyes. For with this mighty bat in hand,
you can kiss this ball goodbye.
The Presley family is celebrating 55 years with a special $55 family pack. We would love to have your family join us this summer for an evening of toe-tapping music, hilarious comedy for all ages, and a night out in Branson. Hurry and book your tickets now at Presleys.com for extra special savings. Take advantage of this 55th family pack before it's gone. Branson's original show on the Strip, Presley's Country Jubilee, is a crowd favorite, and we can't wait to see you live and in person.
Here's a look at the starting lineup for Sydney, Australia. Leading off will be the catcher, number 54, Patrick Cassidy. Batting second in center field, number 20, Johan Thompson. Shortstop, number 2, Tice Hill bats third, followed by Cale McIntyre, the pitcher. There's the rest of the lineup. Ishmael Nahas, Klein, Turner, Asson, and Gardner. And once again, here's Jim Rivers with the defense.
Right in the outfield for the Taiwan team. In left field, it's Tai Yuen. The center fielder is Lin Chang Hon. In right field today, it's Kun Young Jen. The third baseman is Chien Kai. The shortstop today is Tian Xiang Ruhui. The second baseman is Sing Sin.
Good bunt, and well, collision there between the pitcher and the third baseman, so there is no throw.
First baseman is Cho Shi-en. Your catcher is Pang Yen. And on the mound for the Taiwanese team, Sang Yi Chao.
Number 20, Johan Thompson.
Now, actually, on that one, I'm going to give a bunt single.
As you should.
We are the unofficial scorekeepers, but we like to try to be as accurate as we can.
Try to remember that these are 12-year-old kids.
Mm-hmm.
Sometimes we expect them to make the major league play. Sometimes they do.
And sometimes they do,
As
yeah.
we saw.
Johan Thompson, the center fielder, at the plate.
Yep, they call him Yo.
Johan.
Yeah. Yo, yo, yo.
Patty Mack at first. Throw to first, boy. If it would have been an accurate throw, they would have had it.
Yeah, one of the umpires at lunch who was wearing his black shirt and asked him about it. He said, we try and dispel the myth that you should wear black in the hot sun. Yeah, he stumbled just a little bit.
Well, Thompson is out. Another close play at first base. One out for Tice Hill. That was that last throw down to first, or the previous rather, not the last. Strikeout. Hill, the starting shortstop. That wind is no joke today. Blowing in at, as I mentioned, gusts of 20 miles an hour.
It would take quite a poke to get it out into this wind and get it out of here. 265 feet of wind. You can see the flags.
First time that the wind has been blowing in. It's been blowing out when we have wind.
We have the Australia flag out there and the flag from Taiwan.
I think it was even yesterday, maybe the wind wasn't blowing at all. The flags on the poles weren't even moving. 2-1 the count. Sengi Chow on the mound. And guess what, Jim? Another lefty.
They keep piling up, don't they? I've never seen so many lefties
I haven't
in
either.
a tournament, really.
We have seen over 10 left-handers. Ball 4.
But one of these Taiwanese pitchers, I'm told, can throw right or left.
Actually, they had picked off Cassidy. So 2 outs, 1 on. And Cale McIntyre, the pitcher, at the plate. K-Mac. Oh, 1 pitch. Strike 2. Four nothing, Taiwan. Bottom of the first. Game scheduled for 6. Bouncing ball to third. And a quick throw across for the 3rd out of the inning. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and 1 left on base. We've completed 1. Taiwan leads Australia 4-0 right here on Stadium.
No photos allowed at the Titanic. Love it, but no photos allowed.
But we're not allowed to take any photos.
No photos. Why aren't photos allowed at the no photos allowed?
No photos allowed? No photos allowed.
But I'm so sad I couldn't take any photos.
No photos allowed.
Our guests have spoken and we listened. Times are changing and so are we. Now, photos are allowed at the Titanic Museum attraction in Branson, Missouri. Welcome aboard and capture your Titanic moments.
All right, welcome back here to Branson, Missouri. There you see the score. Taiwan with 4 runs in the first inning. They sent 8 batters to the plate, 9, 10, and 1 due up. A lot of pitches already thrown, Jim, by Kel McIntyre.
Yeah, he's tossed 35, so he is well on his way to his limit. And we mentioned off here, the Asian teams, these batters, they have those strikes on it. They make the pitchers work.
This one hit right back to the pitcher, and he will retire. Tai Yuen. 1 out for Lin Ching Hung. And that one hit him. Top of the order coming up. Well, coming up a little bit later, our next broadcast slated for a 4:30 p.m. local time start. Ohio Valley, Southeast Lexington, Kentucky, and New England, Easton, Massachusetts.
That's a big one too. Easton right now is 3-0. Lexington is 2-1. So Eastern Mass can wrap up a spot in bracket play with a win.
It'll be fun to try to sort things out as we head into our final day of pool play tomorrow. Throw over not in time. Tian Sian Rue at the plate. He walked and scored in the first. There goes the runner to second. Pitch is in there for a strike. Stolen base for Ching Hung. Base hit to left field. They're waving home the run. Here comes the throw to the plate. Up the line a bit. And it's 5-0 Taiwan.
Yeah, another case where they should have hit the cutoff. He was not going to throw that runner out. Now you've got a runner at second base. If he'd have come into the cutoff, he'd had a run at first. But that they were not going to throw that runner out.
Sing Sin now. Sack fly RBI in the first. Quick start for Taiwan.
Xiang Rue at second base, getting a pretty good lead out there. Shortstop is almost behind second base. They got a big gap on the left side of the infield.
You mentioned Korea also 2-0. And the International Group E. Mexico 2-1. Some parity, as I mentioned, on the international side. We've seen some parity in the U.S. side as well. Right now, there are 3 U.S. teams undefeated. Pacific Southwest, one of the Hawaiian teams. Look out, that ball hit well to right field. That one's got a chance if it stays fair. And that ball is gone. Kissing goodbye because it's goodbye baseball. Sing Sen with a 2-run homer. And Taiwan now leads it 6-0.
And you know, Mike, that was into a pretty stiff wind. If you look at the flags out there, they're blowing in center, directly from center, and get up in the wind. It didn't matter. He got all of that ball. It was out of here.
Correction, 7-0. My apologies. That was a 2-run homer, but they had already scored a run. 7-0 Taiwan.
Now the heavy hitter, Cheng Po Shang.
He singled last time up. So 4 in the first, 3 here in the second.
With only 1 out, right?
Yeah.
1 out.
O'Shea grounds it sharply to third. Will be safe as Gardner was not able to dig it out of there. Here's Kai Lee, who walked and scored last time up. Again, Taiwan looking to stay unbeaten and keep pace with Korea. Fouled off, out of play.
They play Korea on the Chicago field at 7 p.m. Tomorrow night.
A great matchup, and really kind of give us an indication.
And that'll be for the #1 seed coming out of the bracket.
Yeah. Good litmus test. Bouncing ball to third. They go to second for the force. 5-4 fielder's choice for Kai Lee. You know, if you win a game by 10, 15 runs, you still can't necessarily tell just how good a team is until they play against really good competition.
And the most you can get in run differential in a game is 10. So getting 12, 15, 16 runs does not help your run differential.
Might help you get out of the game a little quicker.
It might. And again, out of that Group E, whoever finishes second most likely will face Japan in the first round. #2 plays #1.
The batter is Kon Yeon Jin. We saw him start the game on the mound against Mexico. Yu Yang Hao came in relief in the bottom of the 5th of that game. Taiwan won it 5-0. Two outs, runner at first, 3 runs across the plate. Sing Sin with a 2-run homer in the inning, which began with a hit batsman and then a base hit, an RBI for the leadoff hitter, Xiang Rue. K-Mac up to 47 pitches. And we're only in the 2nd inning. That's got to be tough. He needs an out here. 1-1 pitch. Still good location of this pitch there. He's got the batter in the hole, 1-2. One-two pitch. Throw down to first. Count evens at 2-2. Kon Yeon Jin reached on an error. Ended up scoring in the inning, part of that 4-run first inning. There goes the runner to second on a 2-2 pitch, but that one misses for ball 3, and the count is now full.
Yeah, Kai Lee took a couple of good leads, and it appeared like maybe they weren't going to run on this batter, but he eventually took off.
And there's ball 4. Timeout
And
called by Australia.
Yeah, 51 pitches. I think this young man is done. And I think gave it his all, but he is done. And with 51 pitches, he has only 1 day's rest. If he'd have thrown another 14 pitches, he'd have been done for 2 days.
Austin Turner has come over from third base to take them out. So McIntyre throws an inning and 2/3. He allows 7 runs, responsible for both runners on base. He walked 3, hit 1, and struck out 2.
And was the victim of some shoddy play in the field, too.
Yeah, there were some errors in that first inning and this inning, too. We'll see if Taiwan can keep it going with 2 outs. Again, a reminder, 2 more games remaining for us here on St. Louis Stadium Field. Ohio Valley and New England at 4:30, followed by Mexico and Korea at 7 o'clock. Same times tomorrow, 9, 11:30, 2, 4:30, and 7, our final day of pool play, and then we begin bracket play on Wednesday. Wrapping up the Cal Ripken World Series on Saturday.
Been a number of players who've made it to the major leagues from Australia. Graham Lloyd, one that comes to mind. Damian Moss, Craig Shipley, all from Australia. Rich Thompson.
Okay.
Long plane ride. These young men had a long
Yes.
plane ride.
Yeah. How long? Did you find out how long?
I think it's around 20 some odd hours.
Yeah, that is a long one.
Yeah.
The Netherlands was a 14-hour trip. And, you know, we talked about, you know, creating memories, but what about some of these guys that never been on an airplane before?
Yeah, true.
An opportunity to travel to another country.
The current time right now in Sydney is about 5:40 in the morning. So the diehard parents are up watching.
They
in
had
Sydney.
to have their coffee.
5:40 in the morning, Tuesday.
Ground ball to first will end the threat here in the second inning, but 3 more runs come across the plate, highlighted by the 2-run homer by Sing Sin. We head to the bottom of the second. It's Taiwan 7, Australia nothing.
Rafflebox's mission is to help organizations raise money through online fundraising. Rafflebox's mission is to help organizations raise money through online fundraising.
The Presley family is celebrating 55 years with a special $55 family pack. We would love to have your family join us this summer for an evening of toe-tapping music, hilarious comedy for all ages, and a night out in Branson. Hurry and book your tickets now at Presleys.com for extra special savings. Take advantage of this 55th family pack before it's gone. Branson's original show on the Strip, Presley's Country Jubilee, is a crowd favorite, and we can't wait to see you live and in person.
We were talking about this a little bit earlier, Jim. How about the mascot? Taking a look at the game today.
It must have a
Drop
name.
Bears.
Drop Bears. West
Yeah,
Raleigh right now.
You would think. I mean, if all the players have nicknames, they got to have one for the drop bear.
You would
don't
think. Well, that's not a drop bear. That's a kangaroo.
they? Is that a kangaroo?
That's not a drop bear. That's a kangaroo. You got to know your drop bears from
Well,
a kangaroo.
I don't know. I've never
It's not
seen
a wallaby.
drop bear.
It's a kangaroo.
Okay.
West Raleigh trying to get back to 2-2. They lead right now in their game with Boonville 2-0, and Puerto Rico is leading Canada 3-0 in the other game going on. You got to know your drop bears.
And one, I'm going to Google one.
And have a little Vegemite behind your ears.
Here in the bottom of the second, batters 5, 6, and 7. Smell.
Nahas.
That one is hit to short. And there's one away.
A drop bear can be found in the densely forested regions of the Great Dividing Range in southeastern Australia.
Yeah, I guess they're more like the koala bear, aren't
Yeah.
they? Okay.
They have sharp teeth.
Now, if you had told me it's a koala bear, I know what a koala bear is.
They have sharp teeth, and if they drop out of the tree, i.e., they're called drop bears, you got to have a little Vegemite behind your ear. You know what Vegemite is, right?
I know that's used in a song. Vegemite sandwich.
It's also a vegetable-based paste of some kind.
Okay, all right. Dean Klein, the left fielder, the batter. I'm learning something new every day from Jim. One ball, 2 strikes. Singy Chow looking for his second strikeout, but this one's hit in the air to center field, and almost a great catch at second. Boy, I thought he was going to rob him of a hit. Base hit with 1 out. Look at that extension. So close. Sinks in, just couldn't hold on. So 1 out, 1 on for Austin Turner, the third baseman. Australia trails 7-0, batting in the bottom of the second. Game scheduled for 6.
Yeah, it's great for these kids to come up here, and yeah, they've not won any games. They've been beaten pretty soundly, but I recall Puerto Rican teams going to softball World Series their first year and not doing well. Came back, saw what they had to do for their program, came back the next year and were very competitive. I suspect you'll see these Australian teams go back to Australia, know what they've got to work on, and come back even stronger.
And usually when you play in tournaments, you pick up on tendencies of other teams.
Yeah, and you pick up coaching tips. And
yeah. That was low for a ball.
You get better by playing against better competition, I guess is the simple way to put it.
Well, best competition usually brings out the best in you. Sometimes you can play down to your competition.
Yes, you can.
This one hit pretty well to center field, but playable. Top of the arch. Catch made out there in center field. It's Cheng Hung.
Yep, Lin Cheng Hung.
2 outs for Fletcher. Son.
Might have been the hardest hit of the tournament for this Australian team.
Yeah.
You really get under that. But again, that wind is still pretty stiff up there.
It's blowing in.
Yeah.
Fletcher, the starting second baseman. Runner going. And a stolen base for Klein.
Down by 7, trying to make things happen.
Throw back to second, close. Back in safely. But it was close. Another look. Swing and a miss. And that will do it here in the second inning as Zingy Chow gets his second strikeout of the game. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left on base. We're through 2. Still 7-0 Taiwan.
Develop a strong, clean, healthy body, mind, and soul. Develop a strong urge for sportsmanlike conduct. Develop understanding of and respect for the rules. Develop courage in defeat, tolerance and modesty in victory. Develop control over emotions and speech. Develop into real, true citizens.
At the Babe Ruth League, we are not only developing the next generation of ball players, we are developing the next generation.
Bottom's almost the bottom of the order, pretty much the bottom of the order. 7, 8, 9. There are 10 batters in the lineup, so Taiwan will look to add to a 7-0 lead. Austin Turner in relief of starter Cale McIntyre, facing off against Pang Yin. He reached on an error first time up unofficially. I gave it an error.
You gave it an error.
Could have been a hit, but.
I think most all of the stats that they use for the awards are just games in pool play.
Really?
I believe so.
That's interesting. I guess because everybody plays. And
right, everybody plays equal number of games.
Yeah.
And it also gives them an opportunity during bracket play to figure out all the awards. But, you know, some teams will play their 5 games, others will play 7 or 8.
Taiwan does have some action in the bullpen. 2-1 the count. Three and 1. So far, there's been 3 walks, a hit batsman, 3 errors, unofficially.
Left fielder Dean Klein playing back pretty well. Center fielder's inside the arch. I think we're going to have a change here, Mike, from Taiwan. Looks like Lin No Ya has got a bat down there, number 3.
Number 3, okay.
Manager Tian Long Yen out there. That's the official.
Number 30, Lee No Ya.
Runner at first with nobody out. Top of the third. A pitch in there for strike one. Nothing at 2 the count. Runner going to second. No throw. Runner thought about it, but probably a good thing he didn't go to third. We talked so often about that room behind home plate. Not a lot of it.
Well,
favorable for the catcher.
You get back easily with neither Masson or McIntyre covering the bag.
2-2 the count. Now back.
Taiwan would like 3 runs in the next 2 innings and a couple of goose eggs defensively to get out of here with a 10-run win, a mercy win. Save their pitching. They'll need it against Korea.
Little bit high with that last pitch, and the count is now full. Gets to first, foot race. Runner got to third, but will hold there. That's the first out of the inning. And actually we'll have another hitter. This is Yu Jing Hao. Seven-0 Taiwan. We're in the top of the third inning.
You got to give Tian Lung Yan the credit for getting everybody into this game. He's got a pretty comfortable lead. He's getting all his kids on the bench opportunity to play in a World Series game. Well, the bench kids over there are probably starters on many teams.
Yeah, right.
You know.
Yeah, very talented team. One ball, 2 strikes. Turner looking for his first strikeout in relief. This is popped up into shallow left field. Actually didn't leave the field. A throw to the plate. He is out at home plate. Hung in, thrown out. Well, again, we've talked about the wind blowing. I thought it might get into short left. It didn't even really get out of the infield, deep in the infield.
Yeah, you got to give the kid a base hit, and then a nice play throwing out the runner coming into home. As upon Lin No Ya tried to sneak in on the drop. Good strong throw.
Second out. Lin Ching Hung, number 10 hitter in the order, at the plate. On the play. Runner went to second. So Jing Hao at second base with 2 outs. That'll get him to third.
Quick throw down, nonetheless. As we've said many times this week, not a whole lot of territory behind that catcher. Oftentimes it comes right back to him. So if you half step it going into third, there'll be the ball waiting for you.
Yes. Top of the order on deck. But by the same token, if you're at third base, you're not going to come home on a pitch like that either.
Not as you say, unless it bounces in the dirt in front of the plate.
Yeah, if it bounces in front of the plate, you got a chance. But if it's just by the catcher in the air, it's going to likely bounce right back to the catcher. That's what it's been doing the whole tournament so far.
Yeah, the kids from Australia were holding the flag of their native country down there in the dugout. Nice touch.
Two outs with a runner at third. Taiwan up 7, top of the third inning. Turner needs this out because the top of the order is next. But Fox ball 4. Runners on the corners for Siang Rue.
Actually, he moved down to second base, so.
Well, he was probably going to do it eventually.
Yeah, yeah.
Foul ball. Young Ray has walked, scored, also singled in a run and scored. So he scored twice today. Quickly ahead of the count, 2 balls and 1 strike. Taiwan a chance to go up 9-0 with a hit. And look how deep the left fielder is.
As about as deep as we've seen any left fielder at any point. Wearing out that backstop.
Yes, he is.
This could load him up for the top of the order, for the meat of the order. The 2, 3, 4 batters. Sing Sin
and Sing Sin homered last time up.
Ouch. I noticed they moved the pickup truck, though. It was out there, so somebody went home with a souvenir on the bed of their pickup truck.
Almost had another tying record for home runs in the game. 3-2 the count, and there's ball 4.
No place to put Sing Sin.
Nope, bases loaded. Wind is blowing in, though.
He's driven in 3 runs already. And here comes a pitching change, I suspect.
Yeah, this is an important batter here. We talked about the mercy rule. 10 runs after 4, 15 after 3, but 10 after 4. He might stay in the game.
Yeah, it all depends on what they've got with innings. Who's got innings and who's available.
27 pitches.
He's going to stay in.
No question, a tough batter to face. Sing Sin with a sac fly to left field back in the first inning to drive it a run, and a 2-run homer to right field. So he's hit to both sides of the field today. And the wind currently blowing in.
Didn't bother him last time.
No.
It was more of a line shot than it getting way up into the air.
Well, whatever they said to Turner certainly helped. Starts with a strike.
Well, the coach goes out and settled him down. Last night we saw our coach go out and he left the mound and the pitcher struck out the next 2 batters. So made the coach look brilliant. But sometimes it's just going out there, settling him down.
Yeah.
You know, he's a 12-year-old kid.
And just remind him of the situation.
Yeah.
You might think base is loaded, but you need to think 2 outs. Taiwan with 4 runs in the first, 3 runs in the second. They've got the bases loaded with 2 outs here in the third.
Dean Klein, the left fielder, has moved in quite a bit now. Not playing quite as deep.
That one hit hard but foul.
Eastern Mass and Lexington, Kentucky coming up in our next one. That's a very important game in terms of seeding.
The 2-2 pitch.
That one over everything.
Turner has definitely had some control issues. Full count. No room for Sing Sen. Ho Shang on deck. Out of play.
Base runners are off on the pitch with it being a 3-2.
Yeah, they'll be running again.
Good solid base hit would score 2, and with their speed, maybe 3.
Yeah, it depends if it's an extra base hit for sure. There they go. 3-2 pitch. Misses for ball 4, and Taiwan now leads 8-0. Bases loaded walk. They're going to ride with Turner.
Yeah, Chang Po Shang, and we know he's got power.
Singled and scored in the first. Reached on an error last time up. Wow, Turner maybe got some wind behind him on that one. Good pitch, a little by him. Oh, did that hit him?
It did.
It did, yeah. Wasn't sure if he got out of the way or not. He'll send him down to first base.
Looked like it might have caught him on the wrist.
Let's see here, another look. All right, so another run across the plate, 9-0 Taiwan. As Kai Lee
Gets hit.
gets hit.
Yeah, one would think it's time to remove this pitcher. He's just all over the place. That'll bring in the 10th run. It's a tough way to get it.
Let's hope he's okay. I don't know where he got hit, but
Umpires will give him plenty of time to make sure he's okay and ready to go. Gets a pat from one of his teammates.
yeah. Did you see where he got hit?
I could not.
I didn't either.
But we'll see right here.
Oh,
Got him in the helmet.
Okay, in the helmet.
Got him in
Okay.
the helmet.
All right.
And I'm sure they'll still
Not
check.
to say that it doesn't hurt, but
Well,
thank goodness you got a helmet on.
You can still get a concussion.
Yeah.
So they'll go through the protocol and check him out, make sure he's okay. That's why they have the double flapped helmets.
Back-to-back hit batsman.
Now 10-0.
Kung Yon Jin at the plate. Actually, no, this will be Sai-Chin Chang. Sai-Chin Song. Sai-Chin Song, excuse me. Nothing. Taiwan with the bases loaded, 2 outs. Well, let's hope Turner gets it across the plate this time. That's got to work on his psyche.
Yeah,
a little bit after
absolutely.
hitting
He's
these
not out
guys.
there to hurt anybody.
Yeah.
I'm sure it bothers him. You see, especially when you hit the kid in the head.
Yes.
He might take just a little off this pitch, though, and it'll get rifled into the outfield. He's still got to be aggressive and challenge the batter. But if he tries to aim it and take a little off it, could end up in the outfield.
He's already far behind in the count. Turner trying to get out of a jam here. Ground ball foul to first. 3-1 the count. More runs have scored here in the 3rd inning after scoring 7 in the first 2. And that misses for ball 4. It's a bases loaded walk. It's now 11-0.
Well, it gives them a little cushion for their mercy attempt. Of course, if they score 4 more, it's over.
Yeah. Well, they'll get their at bat.
True. They will get their bat. Australia being the home team.
Batter will be Sao Kayin. And this is the 10th batter of the inning. Bases loaded, 2 outs. 4 runs in. 11-0 Taiwan.
$15 after 2.5 for 3 and $10 after 3.5 for 4.
So Kayin ahead in the count. That's in there for a strike. One pitch. This is for ball 2.
The third base is not coming down the line at all, much at all. He's being held now by the third baseman, but he wasn't before. Now he is being held.
Bouncing ball, but right to the shortstop, who'll go to the bag for the 3rd and final out. So they get out of it.
Nice play by McIntyre.
But not before Taiwan plates 4 more runs. And as we head to the bottom of the 3rd, Taiwan 11, Australia nothing.
No photos allowed at the Titanic. Love it, but no photos allowed.
But we're not allowed to take any photos.
Why aren't photos allowed but no photos allowed?
No photos allowed? No photos allowed.
I'm so sad I couldn't take any
But
photos.
no photos allowed.
Our guests have spoken and we listened. Times are changing and so are we. Now, photos are allowed at the Titanic Museum attraction in Branson, Missouri. Welcome aboard and capture your Titanic moments.
Well, folks, here's a look at the group standings as they currently look. And you can see
our next game over here on the right, Group C. New England's 3-0, and Kentucky, Ohio Valley is 2-1. That's how big that game is. The winner probably will get into the bracket play. And down in where Australia is, you pretty much see the top three: Korea, Taiwan, Mexico will go, and Japan and the two Puerto Rican teams. That's pretty well set. Maybe not in that order, but there's still some decisions to be made in the other groupings on the U.S. side.
Yeah, I mean, you can see there's a lot of teams still in this thing.
Sure. I mean, if you're 0-3, you're done.
Right.
If you're 1-2, you gotta hope for some breaks.
Batters 9-1-2 for Australia, now trailing 11-0 here in the bottom of the third. Liam Gardner, the first baseman, leading it off.
So we will play at least 4 innings of this game.
We have a new pitcher, Sing Sin, now on the mound. Singy Chow went 2 innings, allowed no runs.
Wu Cheng is still the catcher. Kai Lee is at third. Shang Rui is at short. Jian is at second. No Ya is at first. Jing Hao is in left. Hung is in center, and Yi Chao is in right.
Singy Chow, 2 innings pitched, no runs, 2 hits today for Australia. 1 walk, 2 strikeouts. So at least they've been able to reach base safely a few times.
Well, they had only given up 6 hits coming into this game. They've given up 2 more. So it's ballooned to 8. They have yet to give up a run.
This one has popped up just below us. Full count for Gardner. Top of the order on deck.
There will be a bronze medal game as well on the international side.
And ball 4. Leadoff walk.
Yeah, Shovel draws a walk. That's his nickname, Shovel.
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 You got other nicknames on the team. Ham.
Rizzy.
Riddle. Combo.
K-Mac. Dino. And Shovel.
Shovel. I wonder how we got the nickname Shovel. That'd be an interesting story, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be. Maybe not suitable for air.
Right. Top of the order, Patrick Cassidy, the batter. Starting catcher, had a bunt single to start the bottom of the first.
Yeah, that was the only single until Dino Klein got his in the second.
The pitch from sinks in. There for strike. 4 runs in the first, 3 in the second, 4 in the third for Taiwan.
Big game coming up for Taiwan against Korea. 7 o'clock tomorrow night on the Chicago field. And, chances are both will be undefeated going into that one. That'll be for the #1 seed. As we said, the loser's prize will probably get to face Japan in their first bracket game.
That's a very tough draw. That one hit to second, could be 2 to second for 1. Back to first. In time. 4-6-3 double play. Two outs for Johan Thompson.
Somebody brought the drums.
And they're beating them pretty good. Thompson struck out first time up. We started pool play on Friday. 5 days of pool play.
Our first game this morning was game number 52. It was one of 4 games actually. So we're up into the 60s now with the games that have been played.
One ball, 1 strike.
And this is our 17th game, I believe, up here.
One-two pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That will do it for Australia in the third. No runs, no hits, no errors, a walk, no one left on base. We move to the 4th. Taiwan with a chance to win it in this inning. They lead it by 11.
Well, welcome back to St. Louis Field here as part of the Cal Ripken Babe Ruth World Series. We would like to take time to thank our crew, obviously, that make us look good as well as they can. Roosevelt Smith, Donald Carroll, my man A.K. Randy Johnson, Alan Mays, Brian McCullough, the producer, James Crenshaw, the director and executive producer, and Todd Anderson, the drone guy. We thank them for all of their help in making us look as good as we can.
Absolutely. They've done a fantastic job.
Look and sound.
Don't know if we'll see the drone today, though.
Yeah, chances. Well, maybe when the prevailing winds die down after 5 o'clock, maybe, for the night game.
Let's see, this is Chien Song, the batter. And that ball hit pretty well to left field, but well, thought it was going to be caught. He dropped the throw to second, and he thought about third, but he'll hold there. Left fielder, we mentioned how deep he's been playing.
That get into the wind. That knocked it down today.
Yeah, it did. That ball would have carried out if it hadn't been for the wind blowing in.
Being the nice guy that I am, I'd give that a base hit. But we know how you're far more.
Hey, we're the
difficult.
unofficial scorekeepers. We can give them whatever we want.
That looked like it was almost headed for the warning track when it left, but got knocked down by that wind.
Runner's going to get to third on the last pitch there.
Lee No Ya, the batter here.
Yep, we saw him last inning. Grounded out to first last time up.
And again, the most runs you can get in run differential is a +10. So these runs would mean nothing in figuring out run differential.
This hit to short. For a cross in time. 6-3 put out. It's an RBI for Lee Noya. And it's now 12-0 Taiwan.
Yu Jing Hao looks like stepping in. Number 15.
Yeah, Yu Jing Hao also batted in that third inning. Had an infield hit.
Yeah.
Pops this one up into right. This is playable. And there's your second out.
One-handed catch in the outfield by Nahas.
Number 8, Lin Chang Hong.
Rizzy Nahas.
2 outs. Base is empty for Lin Cheng Hung. And hit right back to first. And the inning is over. Well, only 1 run that inning. And as we head to the bottom of the 4th, it's Taiwan 12, Australia nothing.
The Presley family is celebrating 55 years with a special $55 family pack. We would love to have your family join us this summer for an evening of toe-tapping music, hilarious comedy for all ages, and a night out in Branson. Hurry and book your tickets now at Presleys.com for extra special savings. Take advantage of this 55th family pack before it's gone. Branson's original show on the Strip, Presley's Country Jubilee, is a crowd favorite, and we can't wait to see you live and in person.
batter stood in wonder there on that fateful day, gazing at the legend making tools that were displayed. Practice swings, they're taking more than their fair share. Human skin bound to alloy, slicing through the air. They've had their ups and downs, their Ks and their home runs. Scars across his barrel tell tales of jobs well done. Now as he steps to the plate, there's a fire in his eyes. For with this mighty bat in hand,
You can kiss this ball goodbye.
Last hope for Australia as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. They need 3 runs to keep this going.
Yeah, and they need it against a team that has not given up 1 run yet in the tournament. So that's a pretty tall task for them. And Taiwan can get ready for their big showdown.
What? Those odds are probably still better than coming to the plate in the home run derby and needing 2 home run swings.
Yeah. You got a better chance of seeing me jump over the railing here.
Please don't do that.
But they'll have that big showdown with Korea, and that'll be tomorrow at 7 on the Chicago field. Just the first of many big games we will have here this week at the Ballparks of America. Just a fabulous facility. We've had the pleasure of working in, walking around. Got a chance to meet a lot of the players, the coaches.
Walking from,
lots of steps.
In my case.
Lots of steps. My goal was to lose 10 when I was down here.
Well, you can't eat ice cream and lose 10
I had
pounds.
1 scoop. I didn't have 14. 14 scoops of ice cream. Man.
We need to ask that coach how it turned out for him.
Well, yeah. Is he, or maybe he's still back in his hotel room.
Yeah. Tice Hill, the batter.
All right.
I'm not sure which one of those coaches, Nick Thompson, the manager, Jeff Wade, or Phil Cassidy. We should have asked, which coach it was. Be curious to know how he ended up. I certainly will ask, though, next time I see him. Batters 3, 4, and 5. And we have a new pitcher. This is Salkayan.
Number 1? Is it number 1?
Yep. No, number 4.
Number 4. Yeah. Number 4 is Salkayan. Yep.
Count 3-1. They get 3-2. Three-two pitch. And there is ball 4. Leadoff walk. Kel McIntyre, the batter.
Young Hao is out in the left. Hung is at center. Yi Chao in right. Kai Li at third. Siang Ruwei at short. Sin is at second, and No Ya at first. Bo Sheng at catcher still. Jian the pitcher.
McIntyre started the day on the mound. First to bat, he grounded out to third. No 1 pitch. Low for a ball. One pitch. Upstairs for ball 2.
Coming in at about 61 miles per hour. As we said, one of the Japanese pitchers last night hit 73.
Equivalent to 90 miles an hour. This one hit right to first. They get 1 out. The throwback to second. Double play. Well, the force was taken off, so you got to tag out the runner. And they did just that. Here's another look on the double play. All started with a ground ball to first. 3 unassisted to 6. So 2 outs, and well, folks, coming up next, 4:30 start time. Ohio Valley from Southeast Lexington, Kentucky, and New England from Easton, Massachusetts. That's our next one here on Stadium
And it's a big one too, Mike.
And Bally's. We'll have that on Bally's as well. Ismail Nahas to the plate. Grounded out to short last time up. Actually, let's see. Yeah, okay, just want to make sure that was still Nahas there. Last hope for Australia. It's a 3-0 pitch. There for a strike. Three balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. Popped up, but out of play. We're up against the fence. Not playable. And now Taiwan 1 strike out, or 1 strike away.
And the big showdown to determine the #1 seed coming out of their grouping. And a lot on the line in that game, as we've said. The loser will probably most likely play Japan in their first game.
Fouled off. Remains 3-2.
And the winner probably will play one of the Puerto Rican teams. They're still strong teams, don't get me wrong, but if you had a choice, who you want to play in that first game.
Right. The 3-2 pitch. Grounded to short. Long throw across. No, it gets by the first baseman. So there's still life for Australia. Here's Dean Klein, the left fielder. Singled his first time up. Swinging and a miss at the first pitch for strike 1. So Australia will drop to 0-3. Taiwan 3-0. Good matchup in our next game. Nothing in 2 now. Our final game today, Mexico and Korea tonight at 7. Oh, 2 pitch. Out off again. South in trying to end it with a strikeout.
Yeah, look how shallow the left fielder is. Jing Hao.
Bouncing ball, they'll get the force at second, and the ball game is over. Taiwan gets the win. Final score, Taiwan 12, Australia nothing. That's going to do it for our coverage. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. Now speaking from our broadcast partner, Jim Rivers, for our executive producer, James Crenshaw, and our entire stadium crew, I'm Mike Rideout. So long for now. Good afternoon, and God bless.